Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're viewing this and whatever time this finds you. I hope it's a great time in your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all some previews for tonight's AEW World's End pay-per-view. Of course, I don't get the chance to watch wrestling as much as I'd like to, but I do follow it. So, bear with me on these predictions. Let's start with the 0 hour. The 0 hour, I don't know the lineup of the matches, like who's coming first, who's second, whatever. But Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. I'm predicting Willow's going to win this, and I'm also predicting that everything Stokely Hathaway was saying was absolutely true. And let's move on to the 20-man Battle Royal, who I have no idea who the participants are, so I'm taking a shot in the dark here. Apparently, the winner of this Battle Royal gets a shot at the TNT title anytime, anywhere. Now, logically speaking, it should be Luchasaurus or Killshot, whatever he's going by these days. But I think it's going to be somebody surprisingly, like somebody that nobody expects, somebody like Griff Garrison. Of course, you can probably see a lot of people from, like Commander or John Silver, Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, maybe. The Best Friends, people that you're not seeing much of on AEW. But I think it's going to be Griff Garrison. Let's move on to the FTW title, which Hook versus Wheeler Utah. I think Wheeler Utah is going to take this. I keep saying Utah, not Utah. Anyways, I think he's going to take it because Hook's not really doing anything. All right, and then the real show should actually kick off, and I think on that real show you're going to have what I'm calling the Continental Classic Leftovers match. It's an 8-man tag between Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia, taking on Jay White, Jay Lethal, Brody King, and Roosh. Now, White, Lethal, King, and Roosh, that's a powerful team right there. But I still think that the BCC, Briscoe, and Garcia are going to take this one. And then we got another 8-man tag. Just loading up on the bodies on this one, aren't they? Sting and Darby Allin, Jericho, and Sammy Guevara, Houston's own. La Sex Gods. Versus the Callis family. Now, I still don't understand why they didn't do the tag team title match other than wanting to have Sting in a match on a pay-per-view. But I believe the Callis family's going to walk away with this one. They seem like they're a little bit disoriented and kind of getting lost in the shuffle lately. But I think that they're going to do something tonight. Something big. Perhaps there will be a surprise that helps them obtain that victory. Maybe. So then we got Miro versus Andrade, and just from what I'm following on that, Miro's pissed off that Andrade's being represented by CJ, his wife. So I'm kind of in the same boat as most of y'all when it comes to Miro not being used much on TV. So I think Miro's going to take this win, and I think this might be what jumpstarts getting him on TV more often. So fingers crossed, because that's a talent that's just wasting away. Then we move on to the question mark match of the week. Swerve versus Keith Lee. Seem like anybody else feels the same way as I do that this match should have happened months ago. And it's pretty much no question. They're not going to kill Swerve Strickland's momentum. Swerve's going to win this one. I also think Swerve is the devil, by the way. I'm probably wrong, but I still think Swerve's the devil. Now, and I'm probably going to catch some heat for this, and I hope that y'all don't get pissed off too much, but both these women's title matches on this card, it's almost as bad as watching a WWE Superstar Saturday morning in the 1990s. You already know who's going to win. Julia Hart obviously is going to beat Abaddon. There's probably going to be some interference by Sky Blue there. And then, of course, they're going to let Toni Storm keep the title. I mean, Riho, nobody knows about Riho. Like, she'd been a champion, nobody cared. Just saying. So then we go on to one of the bigger matches of the night. We got Christian versus Adam Copeland. And it's a TNT title match with no DQ. Now remember what I told you about that 20-minute battle royal. The winner gets a TNT title match. Anytime, anywhere. This is why I think maybe it will end up being Luchasaurus / Killshot. Or somebody like Griff Garrison, who's already been spoke about by Adam Copeland in the press. I think Copeland wins this one easily. I think the reason we didn't win it on Dynamite that time was because it was a Dynamite show. They wanted to put it on a pay-per-view. It's no DQ, so I have a feeling this is going to be kind of like Edge versus Orton when Edge returned, and they ended up on top of like an 18-wheeler doing crazy stuff. Should be a good match, though, but I think Adam Copeland takes the win. All right, so then we got the Continental Classic Tournament Final. Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, the Mad King. Now, there's a lot on this one. There's a lot going on in the future for the winner of this. I honestly think this is Kingston's, and it was built for Kingston. I think Kingston takes it, becomes a Triple Crown, and I think that's gifted to him by Jon Moxley, who is his friend. Call me crazy. So then we have your AEW World Title match. MJF versus Samoa Joe. A lot of people think that MJF's going to drop this belt. And they think he's going to drop the belt because he's injured or what have you. I don't buy into it. I've been watching wrestling a long time, and I'm going to tell you right now, every time Samoa Joe has a belt, nothing happens. It's not exciting. It's, kind of painful to watch, actually, because there's not really much going on there. That's just my own personal belief, but I think MJF takes this belt. Here's some predictions. They want to talk about the devil. A lot of people think it's Adam Cole. I've heard Jack Perry. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I've already told you I think it's Swerve, which I think would be great because he has positioned himself via the Continental Classic in absolute bangers, such as a match he had against Adam Hangman Page that got people talking. Like, he's putting himself in a spot where he can be that number one guy, and I believe he's going to. So this is why I think he's the devil. I could be wrong. I can tell you this much, though. January 1st is going to be interesting because 2 days later we have Dynamite. Who becomes a free agent January 1st? Alex Hammerstone. Former member of, what were they called? The Dynasty in MLW with MJF. Would not be too surprised to see that Hammerstone is one half of the new ROH Tag Team Championships once the mask is pulled off and revealed. Anyways, that's my predictions. Almost 10-minute long video. I know you are so happy to see my pretty little face. Hope everybody watches tonight. Y'all take care.